8th of August. Anyway, Keithy and Davo. This is Keithy's rig. Look how long that is. Keithy being flat out cultivating. Well, you got a safety chain on there, Keithy. Oh yes. You see, safety first, Davo. They're heading up to Alistair's to work that set side up. Davo's going to top in front of him. He's got a topper. He's going to be doing that today. Davo finished late last night, 11 o'clock with the combine. It's another day. We're actually going to run the grain cart for a little while today. Davo ran it last night. Davo and Jordan, they had a pretty good night. I think they got to about 11 o'clock, they said. So yeah, they had a good night on there. We're still on the barley, and we're just going to, hopefully we'll get finished on the barley today. Still quite a chunk there, but we'll see how we go. It's not yielding the very best, but we didn't think it would, if we're honest. It just hasn't looked, you know, with weather conditions and everything else, it just it hasn't looked right all year. And it's full of wild oats and all the rest of it. It just wasn't worth spending the money on. So it's a bit of a clean-up job, and but there'll be a bit of grain in the shed, you know. Farmer's just gone over to the combine. We're just going to see what the moisture is, and we'll get going. But it's going to be a nice day today. They're talking of a week of 30 degrees again, so it's going to be hot. Anyway, they wanted to run the disc with the topper just in case they have any mishaps. So Keithy will be close by if Davo has any problems with fires and whatnot again. They're just going to run the topper a little bit higher, trying to stay away from the stones. It's not a stony place, Alistair's, so they should be all right there. The discs and the press have done a really, really nice job. There's one field here that didn't get it, and yeah, these fields are just lovely. Pushed it all back down level. Oh, just ideal for weathering, letting the rain, you know, soak in, and when it's left rough on top, that's more of a winterized finish there. You can see it's all notchy on top, uneven, but you could leave that over winter, and when you come to spring, it'll be a nice fine, you know, you'd run the Cultimax over top and you'd have a seedbed. But yeah, it's been noticeable. Those discs and that press have been a really, really, really good tool this year, especially because of the drought and how hard the pan is underneath. But what we've got on our side this year is where the ground is so cracked, and we're talking like you know, 8-inch, 9-inch cracks in the ground that go right down. In one way it's bad, but in another way it's good, because they've done all the it's like subsoiling. It's all been done for you. So yeah, I don't know what other cultivations are going to come. Usually we run the mold plough a lot, but we're just scared of breaking legs and breaking, you're just going to, yeah. So I don't know whether we're going to run the mold plough anywhere or not. Anyway, we're on with the combine today, so you get a little look at that. I don't know where we are. There's probably stuff I've completely forgotten about that I haven't told you about, but yes, it's that end of the year where there's so much going on, you actually forget what you've done and where you go. So I think we got Davo for a week with us this week, so that we'll use him. You know, we got a load of straw out on fields that we can go and pick up. This was drilled with the Sveaverken steering kit that we put on that tractor. You know, the straight line performance was bloody mustard, you know, you can't argue with that. Left a lovely job. You got to show the good with the bad, and yeah, this is one of the poorer fields, but it was, you know, it's what it is, isn't it? You know, every year there is, it's no height at all, you know, but still there's an ear there, you know. That's not a bad ear really. It's not like there's nothing there at all, is it? All the stuff poking out the top, that is wild oats. There's the grain. I'm surprised the grain looks like that, to be fair. I thought they were going to be small and tiny, but no, not too bad really. Anyway, farmer's coming by with a combine. Uncle Franklin will be along soon. We got to push up as we go, and there's another 75 acres to do. 75, I would have thought, something like that, getting on for. Anyway, we're the right side of the wind this time. It's nice. You get a nice morning like this where it's blowing, the sun's out, it's dry. You can feel it's dry. There's no dew on the ground, and you know, it's only 11 o'clock and we're making a start, so you got a good start on the day. Right, you guys are on my head for the first one. Now, I don't know how everyone else does it, but I just set my cruise, well, not my cruise. I just do it on the hand throttle. Once you've matched your speed, you can sort of control where it goes with a bit of steering. Oh. And as you can see nothing in the back. Second one's always a little bit more tricky. And it depends, sometimes it just depends which way you're facing with how well you can see in there. It's a little bit dusty, so it makes it hard work. But there we go, there's a combine. I'll get you positioned on the windscreen for the next one. But we haven't done much grain cut. This is the first time really, actually, apart from we had to go early on. And yeah, grain cart person. You know, Andrew has the Uncle Frank. Look at the I love this, the straight line performance of that GPS. You look down that row, it's just lovely. I just love that. Just that was on the RTK, I'm sure it was. Just brilliant. Anyway, we're out the dust here. I always try and stay out the dust of the combine, you know, at all times really. You soon clog your radiators up and your air filters up with the combine dust. That was a last minute call from the farmer there. It's so annoying when you'll be sat one end and you'll be sat one end of the field, and it's usually because the corn's doing well at that point. You said that one end of this field is doing a lot better than the other end. This end's the better end, but I can see it. You can just see it in the through the window there. It's better. But yeah, he calls you, you know, towards the end of the other side of the field, so you got to race down there before he gets to the end, so he doesn't have to stop. But we got there just in time. Oh, we should pass Uncle Franklin on the way. I've got you on the radio. That's not good, is it? Oh dear, little ride along the track now. Bit of a rough track this one, but when we get to the farm, we're weighing it in. I'll show you how we weigh it in. You've seen it before, I'm sure you have. I press my fob. It should give me a green light, which it does. We sit the tractor on the weighbridge first. Got to make sure you're right on there. And then you just wait while the weighbridge settles. It'll give us another green light, which is now. And then we weigh the trailer. Make sure the trailer is, both wheels are on there, if you know what I mean. Like that. Weighs the trailer. Get a green light. Gives us the green light. And then we go and tip. Once you can see your wheels, you know exactly where you are. Tight against the heat. Open the doors. Everything's on my joystick at the minute. Just got to watch the roof in here. And then we just creep out ever so gently, watching what we're doing. Put your trailer down before you whack it on the roof. Make sure no one's in the tailgate. Shut the doors. Thumbs up from the man. And then we'll come in and just push it up. There we go. Simple as that. It's backwards and forwards to the combine. I'll show you one more when we get back to the field, but yeah, I keep having to say to the young lads, go steady on the road, like, because the combine man is happy to wait, you know, and if he's waiting too long, then something's wrong and we need to put another trailer on the road. But these young kiddies get in their head that they got to go warp speed on the road, and I don't know if it's an image thing that kids, they want to look important, or they want to, but to me, I always say to them, I never ask them to go fast, but I do always ask them to go steady, and sometimes it feels like that goes in there and straight out of there. Anyway, I think that's just the young kid in them, you know, they like looking important, running with a combine and whatnot, and I get it, I do get it, but we would rather everybody just get there safely and there's no accidents, because at the end of the day, you know, none of it is worth an accident on the road. And you've got to remember, these vehicles, they're all with 14 tons of grain in there, and your tractor weight as well, you know, you're very heavy on the road, so yeah, you could do a lot of damage fast, you know. But I try my best to instill that in the younger of the group. Well, they're pretty good, to be fair, you know. Yeah, it's not like I don't trust these guys. These Davo and Jordan are pretty good. But yeah, they just sometimes need reminding, just to steady up on the road and stuff. But on the whole, the guys have been brilliant, you know, on the grain cart. They've done a great job. Barry and Uncle Franklin, they're older, and yeah, you know, they're just steadier on the road. It's just perfect, you know. They're just good. But yeah, so anyway, farm will be moving on to a bit further away field on the next one, so we will only just be getting back in good time. But still, you don't need to rush about. Farmer would rather wait for 5 minutes on the headland than have somebody have an accident because they're rushing too fast back and forwards to the farm. So anyway, we're nearly done. This bit of barley comes home to us. Farmer's got a little bit to do for the neighbours. He's got Ollie's and Jack's to do. We've got a little bit of spring wheat on the way, or way back from Graham and Martin's, and then we're done. So that'll be a good job. And we've done a lot of the cultivation work I think it's not even 9th of August. We hadn't even started this time last year, so you can see how far ahead we are. The only bit of cultivating left to do, Keith has gone to Alistair's today to do that half over there. We're hoping we can run the discs and the press, let it weather, run through with the Cultimax for a seed bed, and we're just hoping for a nice cheap seed bed for winter wheat. So I think that would be the ticket if we could. If there's any places that would allow us to run the mole plough, then we might run the mole plough, but everything's just, the ground is just concrete and dust. It's just and we've had a little bit of rain come through. It's got the grass going green again. You can see it's greened up, and that's good for the cows, because the cows were getting desperate for some grass. Fingers crossed, you know, they get a nice back end where they can stay out a bit later. Last year we had to bring them in a month early because of flooding, and yeah, it was a long time for them in the shed. Now this is the only dodgy bit. We've got to go up this track here, and hopefully we don't meet each other. I can see them up the field, so I know we're all right. Yeah, pull up, match your speed, aim for the back. It's a little bit dusty, can't really see in there. I cleaned the perspex this morning, hoping I might have a bit of an advantage, but yeah, it's still pretty dusty. Anyway, I'll do it all on the throttle. Match his speed, and then yeah, and then do the rest on the throttle. You know, if I need him to come forward, I'll just slow down a tiny bit. Textbook, that one. Anyway, it's working out that it comes up, you know, it must be yielding better than I thought it was going to, because he's coming up one row, and then he's 3/4 full before he gets back down the bottom. He wouldn't make it back up, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But most important thing is not to trample the straw down. Anyway, Linda's here now. She's bought his lunch. Yeah, you know, I always, you know, the baler man doesn't want you running on the straw all the time. Every time you run on the straw, if it comes wet or damp, those bits you run on are wet for longer, and they're harder to get dry. So you want to do your very best. I always use the headland as well. It's here for a reason. Keep the weight off the field, you know. And I know the field's rock hard, and it really doesn't matter on a year like this year, but it's good practice. So I always try and, you know, tell the guys, just keep doing everything the same, and even in the dry times, you know, it's good practice to keep everything the same. Use the tram lines when you can. You know, you can't do it all the time, but if you can, you should. And it's like I would never go straight across the field to the combine now. I would go to the end of the row, and you can plan ahead. You can sort of get a pattern of when the combine's going to need emptying, or it just becomes very clear straight away how many ups and downs he does before he needs emptying, so you can get prepared for the next run. You know it's going to be at the bottom of the, he's going to come all the way up, he's going to go all the way back down and empty at the bottom there. So we just get ourselves ready for that. And yeah, you're already, you're there and waiting when he wants to unload. So and you don't have to, you know, worry about trampling down the straw and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, everyone does it differently, I suppose. But I try and keep good practices, if you know what I mean. You know, on a damp year, you know, all these, we've got big tyres on the trailer there, flotation tyres on the trailer. Obviously this tractor's on flotations anyway, and on a year where it's damper and the fields are a bit softer, all those things are going to add up in a big way, more than you realise. So anyway, we'll be moving fields. He's got 2 or 3 bouts left and we'll be moving fields. Couldn't be happier with this tractor. It is just dream tractor to me, this. It is way above, oh, just so good. Absolutely spot on. Yeah, I prefer this over the 8S 10 times over. Keithy and Davo, they've been, and Hamish. Hamish has been helping today. They've been up at Alistair's, mulching down in front of the cultivator there. They're mulching down the set aside with the toppers. Keithy's there with the discs and the press. And yeah, I imagine they've had a good day today. 2 toppers, you know, they're going to cover, I don't know, 100 acres, 200 acres. They might have even got finished today, so yeah, we'll see how they got on. I'll give Dave a little ring in a minute. Let's give him a ring now. How do we work this? How do I work this? See if we can get Dave on the case. Dave-o! There we go. Look, it all comes through the tractor now. Oh man, this thing is so good.
Hello.
David.
Hello there.
How you getting on?
Yeah, not too bad.
You finished, haven't you?
Yes.
Have you?
Well, for tonight we have.
Yeah.
We've me and Hamo.
Yeah.
We've done the triangle field, that one in the hill, and the one by the motorway.
Oh, nice one. So you've only got a couple left then?
Yeah, just them sort of 2 halfway through that track.
Yeah. Oh, well done, mate. That's good. We're done for the evening. Farmer's going to fill that tank up. We just leave the combine out when it's fine and dry. Farmer will come down, blow it off in the morning, and he'll just drive his own tipper home. I've got to go and yeah, the day's not completely done. I've got to go and fill the generator back up, make sure the spears are still running. Anyway, old Ollie's out here somewhere. We might catch him in a second. He's out baling some straw. Looks some nice stuff actually. Looks all right in the bale, to be fair. There goes on. He loves it. To be fair, that baler of his is a bloody good baler. Farmer keeps toying with getting one of those, but yeah, you just minefield for us because we never owned one. He wanted to get a good one, you know, but yeah, anyway, he's out there baling, and yeah, he's got a fair bit to do, to be fair, so we might catch up with him tomorrow. So.